God damn it, I love original fantasy.
Damn Skippy.
So yeah, we're talking Kubo and the Two Strings. Also a case of the box office records show. This is why we can't have nice things. Yeah.
How did this lose to Sausage Party in its second week?
I don't know. I don't know. This is a really fucking good movie.
Damn right.
Like, I'm a big fan of this company. I mean, they've only made 4 movies, only one of which I haven't seen them all the way through. I never did see Coraline from beginning to end.
I'll let you borrow that one.
I've seen most of it. I just haven't seen, I've, like, just sat down and really watched it. Like, if it's on TV, I'll pop it on. Yeah. But, never watched it all the way through. Love Paranorman. It's one of my all-time favorite animated movies.
Yeah, agreed.
Box Troll was their weakest one of the bat, but I still think, like, their weakest one was still, at least, it was original and interesting in certain ways. I know it's not...
Was it based on something?
I don't...
Because it was based on a story from what I remember hearing.
I don't think it was.
I can't remember. I could be remembering wrong. It's like, I agree. Like, Box Trolls wasn't bad. It was just disappointing.
Yeah, I was like, even like, it's kind of like a bad Marvel movie. A bad Marvel movie is still okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree.
But anywho, so this is their latest creation, Kubo and the Two Strings. And as far as I know, it's a completely original story, isn't it?
Yeah. Although, in retrospect, that two-string thing was kind of a misnomer. Unless they're talking...
I kind of liked how they tied it in at the end.
Ha!
Oh.
No, it's like... Well, I was like, wait, two strings, there's never just two... yeah, I'm assuming it's the whole...
It's a metaphor.
Yeah, metaphorical two strings. In which case, okay, makes sense, but it's like...
What is it with you and kids' movies and being incredibly nitpicky?
No, it's like... It's
During this, no. like, we got to argue with Little Prince last night.
I'm not complaining about it, it's just saying... It was like, oh, right, Dur. It was one of those, oh, never mind the Dur thing.
Okay, it's like between this, like the argument got the Little Prince last night, and Pete's Dragon, I swear.
The funny thing is, like, with...
you and I agree on just about everything, except for kids' movies, apparently.
No, this one we're both kind of in agreement for the most part.
True, except I think, I still think Little Prince was a little better, but I don't know what your opinion on that is, but...
I enjoyed this more, but I will say Little Prince handled the very similar themes a lot better. Because, like, I made comments about that movie's like, this is turning into Japanese Little Prince.
It kind of is. It's kind of interesting that these two are released so close to each other.
Yeah.
I will say this movie does have, like, incredible animation.
Oh, yeah.
The animation is absolutely incredible. It's like everything I could have hoped for this movie. I'm sure some of it is CGI.
Yeah, it's a mix of stop motion with like CGI aftertouches.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Because you can like see, like, especially when the mouths move, you can kind of see them kind of switching models, which look great. The water obviously was more CGI, because that's insanely hard to do with claymation.
Yeah.
And I was like, even by their standards, like, no, I wouldn't expect you to go through that trouble. Yeah. I'm not a masochist. I use dark magic to get him to do what I want. Gravity Falls. But anyway, like I said, the animation is absolutely amazing. All the facial features look incredible.
I know, especially that one old woman. Just,
oh my God.
I love the life they breathed into her.
Oh my God! Just know, like, everyone just has such these clear, distinct personalities, and they're wonderfully animated, and like these claymation models, and like this is honestly like some of the best It's assuming what's claymation, what's not CGI.
Yeah.
It's like this company just has a consistent basis of just making just the most incredible claymation models.
Yeah.
You've ever seen, and I think they do a lot with the 3D printers, don't they?
Yeah, because like it's mostly kind of like a special kind of like plasticized resin. I can't remember what the heck it's actually called. But I don't know, just kind of staring off.
Oh, okay.
Learn to not ask questions about what my beeline's at.
Why won't you look at me during the review? You see what I did there? Have fun.
No, because I wasn't looking.
Well, I don't. That was the joke. But touche. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. I got a bone to pick with you. You get it? Because he's made of bone.
I at least acknowledge that it was just like, you're terrible at this.
Oh no, like
or it's just like
I was a little worried Matthew McConaughey's character at the beginning of this movie, because I was like, is he just gonna be cracking jokes from beginning to end? Because I can get really irritating really fast.
But the movie is very acknowledging. It's just like,
no, it's got a good heart.
Yeah. Where even when he does that, it's just like, you're an embarrassment.
Well, I think the best line we all laughed at it because There's a twist happens midway through the movie, which we saw coming.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
And later on, is like it happens is
spoiler.
Through a series of events, I'm not gonna give everything away because you really should go see this movie. And please, for the love of God, support this movie because somebody fucking should. Although I have a feeling this movie will do well overseas.
Yeah. It's just that they never gave a frickin' release date in the trailers for this thing.
Did they never really?
Not really, no.
Oh,
AMC, because they always do like the thing at the end of the trailers. Or
True.
It's like,
I mean, I kept seeing posters for this everywhere that had a release date on there.
Yeah, but people don't really spend too much time looking at posters. They look more for the release date.
Except my loser ass. Ooh, poster. Let me take a look. Can I frame you and put you on my wall in my apartment? It's kind of the way I've been lately. Yeah. Because I can finally afford to decorate slowly but surely, so it's less of series of boxes I can't unpack to now like, ooh, look, I can actually buy things. I have never been so excited to buy a bookcase in my life until I got my own place. Then I was like, oh, then I finally realized how much of a privilege a fucking bookcase is. So it's like, oh my God, I can put all my books on there. Follow my brain going, how old have you become?
And then back to the
I think the worst one my brain went freaked out was when I actually ended up talking to my boss about my credit score. That was my brain goes, what is happening to you? Anyway, enough about my existential crisis.
That same existential crisis that made me cry almost during Little Prince.
True.
I was just like, oh God, it hurts!
I think for me, like, it's as much as I love that movie, it's like it is less of an issue for me because I do dress up as Spider-Man on weekends. So that little kid in me will never fucking die. I'm the one that was still looking like junk, like.
And I dressed up as Jon Snow at a Fanime convention.
That's for an R-rated HBO TV show.
I dressed up as Zuko one time at Fanime.
There you go. That's a little better.
And I also dressed as Bruno from the new Miss Marvel and did a couple's cosplay with my fiance.
That's still more of adult-themed stuff, though. Slightly more.
Yeah.
My point is, I make balloons and do face painting for kids.
Fair enough.
And magic shows.
Yeah.
And I actually have a career with working with kids. So, that's my excuse. I'm still the one that look at, like, I went to a, one of those jungle gym places, and my first thought was like, ooh, I want to climb that. And I'm like, and my brain goes, you're 24 years old. And I'm like, I know, if it didn't look creepy, I would totally be up in that.
Yeah.
Wee! Sir, please get off the swing and say, I'm Spider-Man. Anyway.
Back to the fucking review.
Anyway, let me like Grave did that as Batman and starts swinging like, I am the knight.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah. I'm vengeance.
Push me. I think I did that as a joke one time. I was like, Alfred! Batman needs a push! Anyway. But I digress. Anyway, the joke that made us all laugh, though, in the movie was, the monkey, like, long story short, shit happens, Lion King syndrome happens, and there's a scene that happened, like, immediately after that made me kind of laugh. I'll talk about that in a bit. And he ends up teaming up, having this D&D style adventure with a monkey that can talk, a samurai samurai beetle, and a little origami samurai that kind of guides the way, that doesn't actually talk.
Yeah.
He's basically the cricket from Mulan, pretty much. Yep. Not quite as whimsical as the cricket from Mulan. But anyway, but they, like, the Samurai Beetle doesn't actually have a name. He can't remember his first name. It's like a huge amnesia problem. Yeah. So they call him Beetle, and they just call him Monkey. And after a twist happens, after this big dramatic moment, this big incredible fight scene.
Oh God, I love how they show the aftermath of like the fights.
Yeah, the action scenes are fucking phenomenal in this movie. Yeah. But anyway, they're sitting around a campfire and Monkey goes, I'm sure you have questions. And the Beetle goes, ooh, I have one. Okay, if you're called Monkey and I'm called Beetle, why isn't he called Boy?
Like, Matthew McConaughey frickin' stole the show. He got, like, so many damn good quips.
And I like how he was legitimately playing a character. He wasn't just doing Matthew McConaughey, which he could have very easily have done.
Yeah.
Like he kind of did in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
But that movie was like, dude, just, like, take all of this coke and then go up there and shoot shit. Okay. Even the weird like cameo by George Takei in this movie.
Yeah. He had a much smaller role than I anticipated.
I didn't even know he was in this movie until I heard that.
I knew about that, but the moment I heard, it's like, first thing you hear him,
oh my. It's like, oh, there he is.
I believe Hiroyuki Tagawa was the Moon King, or the Moon Emperor.
Was he being anything I know?
Mortal Kombat!
You know, I've never actually seen Mortal Kombat all the way through.
Johnny Tsunami?
Nope.
All you gotta know is that in both the first Mortal Kombat and the new web series that came out, he played Shang Tsung.
Okay. Fair enough.
That is really all you gotta know.
Alright. I kind of wish the Moon King was a bit more in this movie. I felt like it would have made the climax have a bit of a stronger impact.
Yeah.
I really like this movie. Like, as far as, like, kids' movies go, like, you absolutely should go take your kids to see this movie. Instead of some of the garbage that's in theaters right now.
Something involving food stuff.
That's what this movie was missing. It was missing a talking sausage. I mean, sex jokes.
And a lesbian taco.
And a lesbian taco. Once you go taco, you don't go back.
The fact that this movie outdid Kubo just makes me more pissed.
I know, right? And again, this goes to categories like why we can't have nice fucking things. And it's one of those things, I don't really even want to talk too much about the story, because, like, I just want you to go fucking see it.
It's just like this great Japanese-inspired tale. Like, the structure, the characters, it all feels...
It's just good fucking fantasy.
Exactly.
It's good original fantasy, which is so rare.
I want to see this in 3D, actually, just because I want to get see, like, how they do this, like, diorama feel to it.
You can definitely tell, like, some of the scenes are clearly designed to be 3D.
Because, like...
even, like, especially in the climax, with the giant snake thing, which, again, I'm not giving away too much, other than the fact there's a giant monster appears, which is not really spoiler, because they show it in all the trailer.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully, though, you know, despite the fact they don't show the Moon Emperor, they do talk a lot about him throughout. Which, you know, which gives him the development that he needs. And I'm glad they didn't really make him evil. No, and that, like, this animation company has a great way of doing that with its villains. Well, except for box trolls, really. I would say that was the only overtly evil main character. Maybe a little bit Coraline. But you can argue that alternate reality stuff. But, like, especially, like, in Paranorman, again, which is my favorite movie from it, honestly my favorite anime movies of all time, even the villain in that movie is... Yeah, that was a very Shakespearean villain. It very much was. There was a great tragedy to it. And honestly, like, even in this movie, there's a great tragedy to a lot of the characters as well. Because, and I'm only giving, like, the first few minutes, because I think this is really worth talking about, is the fact that it shows at the beginning of the movie that basically... her mother, like, Kubo's mother, not his mother, not her mother, has some kind of, like, Alzheimer's. That's what it seems like, but let me just say it'll eventually become much clearer by the end of it. I'm still not entirely clear how it works, but it's one of those things I just kind of chose to go with it. It's one of the things where, like, it was basically kind of almost confirmed with what happens in the end to another character. Yeah. And that kind of solidified, like... we really can't say much. Yeah, without giving too much away. I mean, granted, if you know your movies, you can pretty much see it coming pretty quickly. I mean, I know we both did. Yeah. But anyway, it has this kind of the way Finding Dory did in a very similar sense. Yeah. In that it's more how you deal with somebody with mental illness and how it's constant work, basically, and constant maintenance and constant readjustment. Yeah. Or adaptation is probably a better word I would use. And how they make you cherish the moments that she's there with you, but at the same time also make it harder when she's not. Yeah. In that way, I thought all that was very well done at the beginning of the movie. That kind of goes away when it gets more of the fantasy stuff, but at the same time, it's also replaced with these gorgeous visuals and these wonderful designs and this great effects work. Really just astounding. So it's replaced with something that I can get behind still. It's like, okay, it's really, really pretty. Yeah. And, like, even, like, the villain designs are so great. Like, so, like, just the sisters in particular. God, they were fucking frightening when they first show up. And, like, it's just a great nightmare fuel and just great designs and great voice acting. It really works on all levels as far as that goes. It doesn't quite have the same emotional punch I was kind of hoping for. And not to say it doesn't have one at all. I'm just saying, but not quite as, like, I didn't get teary-eyed like I did with Little Prince or Paranorman. I didn't get teary-eyed with Paranorman, but yeah, Little Prince, I agree. That one, like, my issues with the narrative that I had were completely, thankfully, overwhelmed by, like, the emotional pull that movie had. Because, like, I teared up, I think, like, 3 or 4 times.
Oh, God, yeah, that movie got me, too.
I was just, like, it was a mix of, like, existentialism and actually, like, just having such an earnest emotional aspect to that. Like we said, didn't quite handle it quite as well here. But, like, thankfully, they still covered the baselines.
Yeah, they did.
They did a great job with the character development.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And even then, there were moments where, like, the imagery just, like, spoke for everything. Because let's just say, not everyone gets out of this.
Yeah, and I'm going to about one thing, though, because I did lead to one part that kind of made me chuckle a little bit to myself, was, you can kind of see this coming, so it's spoiling too much, where, when the sister, like, the whole thing is, Kubo is, like, like, a demigod, basically.
Yeah.
Like the son of a moon goddess and a samurai warrior. And, she's trying to protect him from her evil grandfather and her 2 sisters who are both, like, they're trying to track him down, but they can only find him at night, apparently. Yeah,
because I think that was also why she was having the thing, was not necessarily Alzheimer's, the fact that she was a moon goddess.
Yeah, that too.
She is strongest at night. She gets the energy, but the fact is she's kind of made almost a separation from that connection.
Yeah,
and so when night comes, she kind of gets that, I guess you could say, a bit of a boost.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. That makes sense now that you put it that like that. But anyway, so shenanigans happen. Oh, yes. And the sisters end up finding him, and the mother sacrifices himself, and they just wake up, and now there's a talking monkey telling him, it's like, your mother's dead!
No, gone.
I know, either way, that was kind of the implication at the time.
Yeah.
Your mother's gone, village is burned, let's go. It's kind of like, damn, okay, just hit the ground running with that, didn't you?
Kind of. And once again, in retrospect, that kind of made more sense.
No, it did, absolutely. But at the same time, I was like, man, that would have been like if in The Lion King, Timon and Pumbaa showed him and goes, damn, you murdered your father real good, didn't you? Just like, no holding back.
Yeah. Guess what? You're an orphan! Let's have fun!
It's kind of like if you went over to Bruce Wayne and go, hey, guess who has 2 fingers and no longer has parents? You don't.
Yeah.
Try to think more like harsh allegories, I guess, or harsh comparisons. But yeah, the point is like, damn.
Yeah. Go up to Luke Skywalker. Your father's a Dark Lord. Have fun.
Oh God. Anyway, moving right along. I had a thought, I completely lost it. I was too distracted by, like, anyway. But yeah, like, I can't really say too much, like, I can't really think of too much else to talk about without giving anything away, other than the fact that, like, if I'm comparing this to other movies like this, and this is going a bit more to spoiler territory, is again, we were talking about this on the way back to the cars, I don't feel like this carried as much emotional weight as Paranorman did, especially in the 3rd act.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, when you compare the 2 movies, works in a very similar fashion. So I was kind of thinking why Paranorman worked better.
Yeah.
And compared to in this movie, because it does the same thing. It really doesn't introduce the villain in all its glory until the very 3rd act.
Yeah.
And they have the emotional monologues, and you have, like, the moral of the story kind of thing. You even have, like, the big dramatic moment that leads to a quiet moment afterwards.
Yeah. And like I said, that was one of those moments where just, like, I thought the imagery was just fantastic.
Oh, it was.
Like, the way that they showed the fates of certain characters, just, like, damn.
Yeah. No, like, and all that stuff was really good in this movie, too, but it's like, I think it works better in Paranorman, because, I don't know, I felt like it was just, in this movie, I felt like I've seen this message a lot before. So I kind of know where it's going.
It probably doesn't help that, you know, we kind of that you followed Little Prince with it.
True, this is true.
Because, like, as I said, with those similarities, like, the emotional aspects of it don't quite work as well.
Well, it's like, I felt like the climax in Paranorman had a lot more, like, emotional complexity to it,
There was. That, too. No,
like,
I agree.
felt like, especially, like, that's one thing I love about the conclusion to Paranorman. It's like, it feels so emotionally raw.
Yeah.
Like everything just reactionary. There's no logic.
Yeah.
And that's the point. It's not supposed to be.
Yeah, because that one was all about trying to, you know, make a connection to someone who was deeply damaged.
Yeah, and that also kind of something kind of Little Prince too, and the fact that it's all about it's all about avoiding reality.
Yeah.
And like the harsh of trying to accept it is what leads to the emotional outbursts. Yeah. In the case of Paranorman, quite literally.
Yeah.
And which leads to the eventual acceptance of that and moving on. This movie doesn't quite have that same strength to it. I think it's, to me, like, if I did, like, that's why I think I'm like just below Paranorman. I like the complexities of Paranorman more, but this is still a very, very good movie, and is absolutely one, like, please support this company. Get them to make more things.
Yeah. For me, it was, I will say this, like, compared to Paranorman, like I said, I think each one has their strengths and weaknesses. Well, they don't really have much weaknesses, but, like, both movies are stronger than the other in certain areas.
Absolutely, I would agree. Like, I absolutely agree with that. The action scenes are a lot better in this movie than with Paranorman.
Also, I like the characters here in this a lot more. Sorry, supporting characters, I should say.
Like, yes and no. I think,
it was like,
I like them both equally, I would say. Yeah. That's more of a personal taste thing. If only think because I love the twist with the one macho guy.
I actually saw that coming.
I didn't. I thought, because I was like,
somehow I was just like, I'm not going to spoil it. And I was like, yep, knew it.
Well, yippee-ki-yay for you. But hey,
that's the problem with having a film degree. It makes you analyze everything and ruin the surprises.
Yeah, well, sometimes like that was a kid's movie at a time when that wasn't necessarily a thing you saw very often.
Yeah,
and surprisingly, everyone's forgotten that because everyone made a big flippin' deal and they had a blink and you miss it scene of it in Finding Dory.
Yeah. It's okay to say, just not to show. Apparently,
even though that really whatever.
It's like. Hell, you wouldn't even thought about it in Finding Dory if people weren't complaining about it.
I found something I don't like, therefore I'm gonna yell in all caps on Twitter. Steven Universe forever! Anyway.
Yeah, I agree, that was stupid. Now let's go complain about Ghostbusters.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I would never rant right about anything on the internet, sir. You sit on a throne of lies. Now let me tell you why Warcraft is an amazing film. Boy.
Seriously, just watch this movie. It's just such an epic film.
Go see it. Yeah, like the action scenes are, it's really some of the best animation you'll see this year, easily.
And it's like, yeah, granted, there was some anticlimactic, not necessarily anticlimactic, but I felt like
it's in compared to what they've done before.
Yeah. Although the funny thing was, someone said one of their main complaints was the fact that, like, okay, throughout this thing, they're making a quest out and find like these 3 different items: a helmet, a sword, and a suit, and a piece of armor. Mm-hmm. Let's just say in the end, they don't really make that big a use of it but at the same time,
I also would argue that's not really the point either.
Exactly. That's why, like, it didn't bother me as much as some other reviewers, because, like, okay, the reason why made perfect sense as to what they're trying to show.
Yeah. And it's again, it's like any other thing. It's not the journey. It's not the destination. It's the journey.
Yeah. And I agree. I mean, that's especially a huge staple about, like, honestly, Japanese tales and all that.
And honestly, it's really struck me as just like a D&D style adventure.
Yeah.
So I was like, especially when the giant skeleton showed up, I was half expecting someone to go, roll for initiative. Because it did kind of feel like that a little bit. Like, it's an old school, like, D&D style quest. You have the warrior class, you have the rogue class.
And you got the bard.
So, in all that context, yeah, if you think from that perspective, it's not quite annoying.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Anyway, I showed up late because my roommate guilt-tripped me into running an errand with him. Like, right before I had to run over here. So I missed the first few trailers.
Thankfully, they're all ones you've seen before.
Okay, well, like, which ones were they?
Where the hell? Okay, there's that one monster one.
Oh, the one with Liam Neeson?
Yeah.
Does that come out this year?
I think so.
Okay, good. I want to see that movie.
Damn straight.
Like, is that like Liam Neeson's a giant angry tree? Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's not Groot? Yeah. I'm down.
This feels like the live-action version of The Little Prince.
Kind of. And then, like, honestly, like, if that movie turns out as good as it looks, this has been a great fucking year for fantasy films.
Yeah.
Between Little Prince, this movie, and that, and what's it called again?
Wait, what?
When a Monster Calls. That's what it's called.
Thank you.
But yeah, like, I saw the most recent trailer of that, and like, it's like, yeah, that looks like a fucking great movie.
Yeah.
And it's been a while since I've seen Liam Neeson really stretch outside himself out of beat-em-up action movies, which I enjoy Liam Neeson beat-em-up movies just as much as the next guy.
We can use a little diversity.
Yeah.
You don't always eat chocolate. You eat it most of the time, but not all the time.
Is that from something?
I don't know. It feels like a euphemism someone told me, but I can't remember who the hell did. Anyway, but it's like, point is, you don't eat the same thing over and over again.
Unless you're a bachelor with a low budget. In which case, you do that every day.
Ramen for me!
Piles and mountains and mountains of ramen.
Next trailer was Sing. Pat, we can skip that one. We talked about it to death.
When does Sing come out?
I don't know.
Can it just come out so I can stop getting... Can we at least get a new fucking trailer? Again, it's this fucking company, I swear, they will play the same trailer ad nauseum in every goddamn movie I had to go see.
The most we've gotten was a slightly extended version of the trailer. And
they did that with Sacred Life of Pets, too, where it's like, god damn it, I feel like I've seen this movie already if I have time to tell me in the fucking trailer.
And next one is Queen of Katwe, the chess one from Disney.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that one before.
Yeah.
And then, was that when I walked down a Hillsong?
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't know if that's the same one I got a trailer for like 2 years ago, or it's a new one. I know they played the exact same song during both trailers I've seen for these things.
It was really weird seeing that with this.
I know, right?
I was like, what the hell? I thought these are only with religious movies.
I almost made a comparison like, oh wait, no, that actually fit. That was like watching God's Not Dead 2 and seeing a trailer for Hillary's America.
No,
wait, did that actually happen?
No.
What movie did we see Hillary's America trailer in? Because I know we got one. We did one. Happened once.
I can't remember.
Neither can I. But I mean, I am kind of disappointed we never get around seeing that movie.
Maybe it was. I can't remember. You know, maybe it probably was. You know, it was. It was.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just say it was. And before anyone gets angry in the comments, I did try to go see it, guys. By the time I finally caught wind of it, it was already leaving theaters.
Yeah,
so.
I told you about it, but we just never got around to it.
No, because I know we toyed around with the idea. We ended up seeing something else.
It was always when we were busy.
Yeah.
Because it was only on during the afternoons, and we were always working at those times.
Yeah. And now that free time, I should go see movies I want to go see for a fucking change. Although I'm going to show you how people like as far as videos goes, because you know the reviews we have for Pete's Dragon and Little Prince, movies I like get low reviews, but god damn it, Sausage Party and 9 Lives get good review count.
Well, because they want to see us get angry,
and they got their wish. 9 Lives can suck a dick. Although I heard Hillary's America was a lot worse, so I don't know.
No, it is. As I said,
I kind of want to check out what comes out on DVD just to see.
Hillary's America, I can't remember if we mentioned it or not, is like the second lowest rated movie of all time on Metacritic, with a score of 2. And I can't even remember what the hell had just 1. I'm going to look it up right now.
You go do that, sir.
And like when I saw it, I was like, okay, I can believe it.
Anywho, so, and then we got the trailer for Storks again. This is the newer trailer.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
That's all those movies, like, as we said, it looks like a wild card, but at the same time, the more and more
the parts
we see
that made us laugh do genuinely make us laugh pretty hard.
Wolves, take the form of a submarine!
Come up for air. Go back down. And, was it always called The Wildlife, or they changed the name for that?
Yeah, I think it was always called that.
Like, I could have sworn it was called Selenos not too long ago. But.
Oh, that's what it was. I found the lowest movie. It was Inappropriate Comedy.
I don't even know what that is.
A movie that was somehow even worse than movie.
Oh, I remember that one now. That was like the first year we started doing this, and that was after movie 43 came out. Was it 42 or 43?
43.
43 came out, and I was like, I can't do another one. I just can't.
Although, to be fair, this movie only has 5 reviews. So
I don't even think it was any theater near us when it came out. At least none that I can find. Times were very different for us back then.
Yeah. All I remember was I saw the trailer. It was just like...
Your hair was a lot different back then.
Yep. Yep, it was.
You had kind of like a bowl cut thing going on.
Not really.
Yeah,
it's like just a regular cut.
I don't know. Look, it had kind of like a bowl shape. Like you literally just put a bowl on top of your head and just let whatever shape came out take form.
Nope. You remember it completely differently.
Oh, we have video proof. I can always look up the older videos.
I remember I had it like pretty close, and then it was like longer on top.
I'm just giving you shit. You don't need to get defensive, but
I will get defensive as I damn well please.
Overruled. Anyway, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your feelings?
No, just my hairs.
Do you want to hug it out?
No.
Okay. Okay, fine. I see how it is. This is why we go to couples counseling. Anyway, I think that was the last one. We got the wildlife, which I talked about to death. Yeah. And again,
it just looks terrible.
Another movie I just want to come out just so I can stop getting the fucking trailer every fucking movie I go see.
Yep.
So yeah, Kubo and the Shoestrings, go see it.
Damn Skippy.
I really don't have anything else to add besides that.
Yeah. This is probably one of my favorite movies of the year so far. Like, not the favorite, but it's probably going to be on my list.
I don't know. This is definitely a contender. What would you say your favorite movie is this
Zootopia.
Year? Okay, yeah. Okay. I'd have to honestly think about it because it's been a while since I've
because like the only really good movies I've seen this year were like the best ones were this. Yeah, this, Zootopia, Civil War.
What about The Nice Guys?
I liked it a lot, but it's not on the list.
No.
Well, probably.
Oh, I know it definitely is on the list.
What?
Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
I never saw it, so I can't put it on there.
It's gonna be on my list. It's gonna be on a list. I take it back. I should give that movie a pass because it was so unabashedly stupid.
Yeah, that's what I was told.
Because it was like, yeah, it's been a rough year. Just looking down the list, like, oh man, this is depressing.
Actually, you know what?
Deadpool might be on the top of my list. Honestly, my favorite movies I've seen this year are the kids' movies.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like the kids' movies are becoming more adult, and the adult movies are becoming more kid-like.
Yeah.
Like Kung Fu Panda 3 was great.
Yeah.
Little Prince, Kubo. That was close.
Oh, just like when you described the one character as being a certain ethnic Hitler.
To be fair, I did say that just to piss you off.
At least I laughed.
And I know you would. You racist bastard. Oh, I forgot about 10 Cloverfield Lane. That was actually pretty good, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a good one.
At least for the 3/4 of it.
Yeah.
Until the finale was coming. Okay, yeah. There's the shark. Yeah.
Woo! I feel bad, though. I spoiled the ending for someone.
Oh, did you?
Because we were talking about the movie. I didn't hear him say that he didn't see it, and I was like, oh, no, I'm so sorry!
Oh, you didn't see it? Okay, don't worry. So, when the aliens show up, don't panic. You asshole. But anyway, so I think that's all I got to say about this. So, what do we got later this week? Ben-Hur.
I'm not watching that one.
I'll probably call Matt if he's something on Thursday.
I'm just glad that Ben-Hur didn't beat out Kubo.
Oh, I don't think Ben-Hur made anything. Did it?
No, it's considered like one of this year's biggest bombs already.
Yeah, I'm not
It only made like 11 mil.
I'm not at all surprised.
Thank God.
I mean, the ad campaign alone is pretty terrible.
Yeah. Look, we got Morgan Freeman. Hell or High Water.
The Hell or High Water I want to see. I'm going to try to get Muha for that because we haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, last time we saw him was... Oh, that was the other good movie.
Which one?
Swiss Army Man.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, forget about Harry Potter and the Farting Corpse. Fuck yeah. That's definitely going to be on my list. Fuck yeah.
Did you put it in the playlist?
Yeah, it's on there.
Okay.
I just accidentally glanced over it because it's right below Independence Day 2.
God, I got so fucking giddy, dude. Swiss Army!
Like... But that was me during that movie. Boner magnet!
This is one of those movies where, like, it is completely childish, but there's a purpose for it.
It's childish and remarkably adult at the same time. Yeah. It walks a weird line, and it dances on it.
That is basically... Oh, my God. What is up with movies and talking about, like, the loss of childhood? Dear God! We just hit the existential era.
I'm okay with that.
Generation existential.
and then we got... Yeah, because lately, because everyone's been busy or like in new relationships or some shit, it's just been you and me. You who are already settled down, me single as fuck. So I'm not doing... Yeah,
not quite settled down yet.
Well, close to.
Yeah.
Witcher
May 6th.
Okay, so by this time next year,
Yep.
I'm gonna be a married man.
Yay! As long as I don't do something to mess it up.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be right there to help.
I was like, you always do.
I just know whatever happens, and it will, that'll get you to start drinking.
Probably.
And I'll be the barber next to you going, dude, I don't know what the fuck happened, man.
There's some things I cannot say. And there's some things you should never do.
Where are you taking this? Go ahead.
I can't say.
Yes, you can. You know you want to.
No, because I'm afraid that if any of her family sees this video and I said something, just like,
why would they see this video? And why would they sit through this long of it?
you never know.
Fair point. All right.
All it takes is that one joke.
All right, so I think that's all we can tell me to turn the camera off.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think we're gonna check out Rift Tracks tonight.
Yay!
Like I mean to watch one forever, and I was like, okay, finally I can sit down.
I've been putting them on all the time at work, although you're never there, so.
No,
at least not when I am.
Yeah. Either way, it's like I see one in theaters because they have these events all the time. I keep saying, I'll see. This is the one I'll see. This is the one I'll see, but I never actually do it.
Yeah.
So this one's Mothra. This is like right up my goddamn alley.
Yeah.
So.
Mothra's gonna get the shit torn out of him.
Fuck yeah, because fuck Mothra was always the one I never quite understood. It was like, he's a fucking moth. Why is Godzilla having a problem with this?
Oh wow, he's spitting string at you.
Ooh, he's beaten you 3 times.
Yeah.
This is embarrassing, Godzilla. But anyway, so I think it's all we got. So
We'll see you later.